And looks like, yeah, Jangbi forced to draw his entire army over there to deal with that one DT. And looks like he will successfully deal with it. No, actually it's running away. Maybe he won't be able to deal with it successfully. Wow. Meanwhile, it looks like Stork actually thinking about doing a push of his own, and so far he just hasn't been very aggressive at all in this game, but he needs to. He has sort of equalized the advantage, although I'd still say Jangbi's economically ahead because of those 2 drops compared to 1 drop. But meanwhile, Stork's going to try to even it up some more by going for another drop at this mineral only. And looks like he's getting a storm there, and wow, managing to storm an observer too. Good work there by Stork, killing a number of probes. Looks like he's going to keep that High Templar up. No, looks like he's going to pick both of them up, or keep this one up actually. Perhaps he's going to storm some of these units that are going to try to kill him. Looks like he's going to probably wait until that group bunches up, and he's probably going to storm that whole group there, and do a lot of damage. But no, looks like he can't be attacked from below, so he's happy to just sit there. Yeah, nice position there by Stork, just sort of mocking Jangbi there with his position. A position that had High Templar. Excuse me. Jangbi now moving south with a fairly large force, but now with Archons in the mix too. But Archons in the mix for Stork, and wow, it's going to be a colossal battle whenever this, whenever the final battle occurs. It's going to be huge because both players are probably getting fairly close to being maxed out. Looks like Jangbi's at 190 though, and Stork's only at 180. Actually, no, Stork's at 185, so very close position. Another storm drop there. Good move there. So both are getting very close to being maxed out. So it's going to come down to positioning and micro here. Who has the troops in the better position and who can micro better during the battle? And looks like still just more harassment on the fringes of the map here. Looks like Jangbi going for another drop. Beautiful storm there by Jangbi, killing off another huge amount of probes at that natural expansion. But looks like his shuttle did get picked off here. Looks like he doesn't have enough for a second storm over the reinforcing units. Meanwhile, Stork's still hanging out there with that one High Templar. I believe he has enough health to run in and do one storm at least on that probe line and run back. And now it looks like Jangbi might be going for an attack at the front here. Stork was still some Reavers alive, but that Reaver's in bad position. It is going to get picked off easily. Jangbi with a huge amount of Archons also to deal with the Zealots, and looks like they're just both jockeying for position here. It looks like this is actually a decent front for Stork to defend on because there is a choke there, but Jangbi's going to go in anyway. He's getting stormed all over the place. Storms going off in the middle everywhere from both players, I'm sure. Looks like the Archons do survive though, but looks like some Zealots still remaining for Stork, so Stork is going to be able to get among those Dragoons with no Archon support. Those Dragoons will fall to Stork's Zealots, but looks like, wow, I can't tell what's going on here, who's winning right now. A lot of attacks, storm going off now on Jangbi's troops. Good storms from both players, and looks like Jangbi's forced to retreat here, but he's done almost as much damage, I think, to Stork's forces as he's taken, certainly. But I guess he just wants to regroup right now. Both players with identical food counts. If you can read at the bottom left, bottom right, looks like Stork at 103 and Jangbi at 96. So both players receiving the same amount of damage, I think, in the last battle. And I think Jangbi might be ahead one expansion, and looks like, yes, he is ahead, but looks like Stork's dropped that expansion just now, and Stork trying to set up an expansion of his own. I think Jangbi's going to be attacking that also at the 9 o'clock position. So wow, both players just coming at each other's throats here economically, and it looks like Stork is going to pick off one Zealot, but good work there by Jangbi picking off that shuttle. So Stork unable to pick off this Nexus here. Meanwhile, Jangbi unable to do much harm to Stork's new expansion either. So it seems that Stork is at probably 3 healthy expansions, whereas Jangbi's at 4 healthy expansions. Or perhaps 3 healthy ones. I don't know exactly how many, but 4 expansions for Jangbi total, and 3 expansions for Stork total. It looks like Dark Templar are just chasing those probes. I don't think Jangbi knows that's there, and he's going to kill off a number of Jangbi's probes probably before he gets killed off. And I think that was still that Dark Templar which Jangbi tried to kill a while ago. Jangbi doesn't care though. He's going in for an attack at the front here, or rather at the 9 o'clock expansion for Stork. Good storms there on Stork's Dragoons, but I think one too many Archons there for him to deal with. Wow, and Stork meanwhile killing all of Jangbi's probes at that location though. 13 kills so far in the DT, but I think Jangbi's actually going to take this expansion away from from Stork. Stork's army getting decimated there. Jangbi losing his expansion though to 1 DT. So even though Jangbi might be able to pick off this expansion, he's going to lose his expansion also because of 1 DT. And looks like he does lose his expansion at the 930. Hero DT there from Stork. Of course, when the DT is attacking your probes and your probes are getting killed with 1 hit, I believe you don't hear the message your forces are under attack, or we have engaged the enemy, because you really haven't engaged the enemy. It's only when you get wounded that you hear that message, which is partially why DTs are just so effective. +2 upgrades, by the way. I haven't been paying attention to that, but +2 upgrades for Stork's Dark Templar. Finally, that hero DT gets killed. It is definitely going to be buried in Shakuras and commemorated in Shakuras for its noble actions. It looks like +1 armor and +2 for Jangbi there. So similar upgrades for both players. No shield upgrade yet for either player. Yeah, so it looks like Stork and Jangbi still very close right now. I have to say, if Jangbi hadn't lost his entire expansion to 1 DT, he would be ahead of Stork right now, but unfortunately he was unable to pay attention and take out Stork's expansion at the same time, so he did lose his expansion to 1 Dark Templar. And now they're about even, I'd say, once again. Actually, no, Jangbi has a significant food advantage, or unit count advantage, 133 to 111. So actually, Jangbi is ahead significantly, probably because he has 1 more working expansion, and it hurts Stork a lot more to lose a base than it hurts Jangbi. Both players trying to expand once again. But Stork's expansion, I think, has been spotted by Jangbi, and Jangbi going for a kill here at the 6 o'clock. And Stork needs to hold this expansion, really needs to hold this expansion, or I think it's going to be over for him, with the difference in food count, and with Jangbi's extra expansions. Looks like he's going to pick off that Nexus there, so good work there by Jangbi. He's already picked off the Nexus. Let's see what damage he can do to Stork's forces. Storms going off in the center of the map from both players, I'm sure, or perhaps that was Stork's storms. But anyway, now Archon on Archon action here. Storms going off on both sides here, storming the Archons of Jangbi and the Dragoons. Massive storms, great storms by Jangbi here. Those last storms were perfectly placed there by Jangbi, now pushing Stork back. And I think Stork's going to lose this battle here. Jangbi actually, with just a couple of storms, High Templar left. Not many Dragoons left, but those High Templar just basically ravaged all of Stork's forces, and I think Jangbi's going to pull ahead here. He has managed to take out that 6 o'clock expansion. I do believe this is going to be over for Stork here. I think he's mining out of only his natural expansion right now, and I think he's just completely out of minerals at every other location on the map. Jangbi, meanwhile, has a healthy expansion at the 12, and I think 1 more up there somewhere, and he's just continuing to pump forces here. I think in terms of food count, Stork's down to 70, Jangbi's at 86, and rising 90s now, and Stork going for a desperate counterattack here, but a lot of photon cannons up here, and Stork GG's, so Stork unable to beat Jangbi in a rather impressive Protoss versus Protoss matchup. I was right about this matchup being very exciting, and at the end, Jangbi's superior storms and superior expansions managed to beat Stork completely. I'm just losing my voice here, sorry. I have to say it came down to Jangbi's storm drops and his overall storm placement at the end. Stork just being beaten badly by those storm drops. And anyway, so look forward to the second game of Group C, which I should be casting once my voice remotely recovers. Thanks for watching, guys. This is Cholera.